In a follow-up to a story broadcast by News Force on January 12, 2022 on the cancellation of contracts by the Board of the National Housing Corporation, NHC, News Force delved deeper into the allegations made by the Housing Minister, Richard Frederick. One of the startling revelations made by the Housing Minister was that there was no planning approval for both the Talvern and the Shock developments being undertaken by the St. Lucia National Housing Corporation, NHC, the landowner, and Fresh Start Construction, the developer. Here's Minister Frederick's statement on January 12, 2022.
The board took the decision to terminate both of those contracts.
News Force investigations reveal that the Talvern development had in fact been approved by the Development Control Authority DCA as confirmed by a letter dated February 7, 2020, addressed to the then acting managing director of the St. Lucia National Housing Corporation, Claudius Francis, not the Claudius Francis who currently serves as the Speaker of the House of Assembly. The DCA, in a letter to the NHC, which partnered with Fresh Start Construction on both the Talvern and the Shock projects, said the approval for the Talvern development was granted on the 5th of February 2020. News Force also spoke to officials of the Ministry of Planning who confirmed that both the Talvern and the Shock developments were approved, contrary to the statements of the Housing Minister, Richard Frederick. But what of the Housing Minister's claim of an 80 to 20% split in payments, with the contractor Fresh Start receiving the lion's share of the deal?
Both of the developments were started illegally. And once you start an illegal development, you do it at your own risk.
So how is it illegal?
Because there was no DCA approval for either of them.
As it turns out, on the surface, the 80-20 payment arrangement is indeed true and enshrined in the contract. However, News Force was informed by people with intimate knowledge of the contract that there's more than meets the eye on the payment arrangements. The Shock development was both commercial and residential, with the developed commercial lots to be sold at $30 a square foot, $20 to be paid to Fresh Start Construction, with the National Housing Corporation to receive the balance of $10. This works out to be a 66% to Fresh Start to 34% to the National Housing Corporation. For the residential lots at Shock, priced at $20 a square foot, the share of the sale in that instance is more evenly split, with Fresh Start down to receive 57.5% of the price and the NHC to receive 42.5%. For the Talvern development, the land is priced at $13 a square foot, with Fresh Start Construction to receive $9 and the National Housing Corporation $4, which works out to be a 69% to a 31% split. 69% goes to Fresh Start. But what about the controversial 80 to 20% split in the payment contained in the contract? This arrangement is for the initial payments to ensure that the developer recoups his payment first. Stanley Lucian for the HGS News Force.